Hi friends, how are you? Hope you're well. I'm here today to do the mid-year book freakout tag. So there are 14 questions. I will leave the questions in the description box below and I will find the original tag for you as well because I just picked up the questions from somebody else, but I will investigate who did this tag originally, and I will, as I say, leave it in the description bar down below. So question 1, best book you've read so far in 2021. There are actually two for this. First one is Secrets of Eden by Chris Bojalian. I read this as a buddy read with Rebecca the Colourful Book Nester. Really enjoyed this. Told from four perspectives, and it's a thriller, a mystery type thriller. I'm not going to say very much about it, but no, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. The other one I did was another buddy read one actually, and that was The Seven Sisters by Lucinda Riley. This is the start of a series. We meet Mia, who's one of seven sisters that were adopted by Pa Salt. He has unfortunately passed away, and he leaves each sister a letter that explains a bit about their past, and if they want to go and explore more, they can. Mia ends up in Rio de Janeiro, and part of her story is to do with the building of Christ the Redeemer statue. So it was really brilliantly written, and I've got more of the books to read and I'm really looking forward to it. Second question is best sequel you've read so far in 2021. That would be Mountain of Evidence by Cindy Myers. The whole of the Mountain Rangers series, there's four in the quartet. They're all really good books, and the story just keeps going on. You just keep wanting to turn the pages to find out. We want to know why Dane Trask has crashed his truck into the canyon, but he can't be found. We don't know where he is, and basically it's the hunt for him and why he's in hiding. Third question, new release you haven't read but want to. That would be Second Chance Cowboy by Claire McEwen. I heard about this from Sarah, the bookish knitter, and really liked the sound of it. This is to do with a veterinarian, Emma Fielding, and she ends up having to work with a guy called Wes Marlowe who broke her heart in high school. So I think this is going to be a second chance romance, and I'm looking forward to reading it. Number 4, most anticipated read for the second half of the year. I know there's a new VM Burns coming out, and it's the next one in her bookshop, her mystery bookshop cozy mystery series. I'm really looking forward to that. I've actually requested it on NetGalley from a Kensington Publishing, so I'm really hoping I get it because I love her bookshop mystery books. Nana Joe and Sam, I really want to read that one. And you know me, any Christmas one that's coming out, I will be there for that. My Christmas, I'm hoping to start compiling my anticipated Christmas reading list now. That'd be good. Number 5, biggest disappointments. There were two for this. There was one called The House Between the Tides by Sarah Main. I read one of her books before and really enjoyed it, and I just couldn't get into this one. It was just like, no. I ended up DNFing it, I think, or maybe I gave it a 2, I can't remember. And then Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. It used to be my favourite, and I'm afraid I didn't finish it when I was buddy reading it with Beth from Soul Stained Ink. Oh, just couldn't get into it. Question 6, biggest surprise. I don't know that I would call it a surprise, but I bought this middle grade book, The Sea in Winter by Christine Day, because I'd heard people talking about it. And as a sports therapist, I was really interested because the main protagonist in this story, Maisie, is recovering from a torn ACL, which is an anterior cruciate ligament. It's a knee ligament. One of the ligaments in your knee that is to do with the stability of your knee. So I was really interested to see how she wrote about the rehabilitation and the effect that this had on Maisie and etc. And it was very, very well done, and it was done at a level that middle grade kids would really, really understand. I also like the fact that in this book that Maisie has Native American genes and ancestry, and also that the family decide that they're going to investigate this, or celebrate this. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good book, and one that I would highly, highly recommend. Number 7, new author to you, debut, or a favourite new author, debut or new to you. And I would say I've actually got two, or quite a number at the moment, but Michelle Major and Melissa McClone. This was a book that I picked up, and I had never read anything by either of them, and these were just beautifully, beautifully written. You have Still the One by Michelle Major and His Proposal, There Forever by Melissa McClone, and they were both really good stories. One was to do with, they both have to do with like animal rescue, and that was just really, really lovely. Number 8, newest fictional crush. I don't have one. I'm not the person that has crushes on fictional characters. It's just kind of not my thing. Number 9, newest favourite character. I would have to say Eliza from the Poppy Creek series by Rachel Bloom. Eliza is a baker. Now, you know me, I love my baking, I love cooking, so I think I really liked her as a character and her story development within the Poppy Creek series, so that's, I think, who I'd go for. Book that made you cry. I have to say at the moment there haven't been any that have made me cry. Wait a minute, hold on. No, I tell a lie. Night Road by Kristen Hanna. I can't remember if I've read this one this year or was it the end of last year, but yeah, wet buckets at this one. It was just so beautifully written, and a book that every teenage child should read. Glad I remembered that one. Book that made you happy. It's one that I read recently, and that was Wedding Bells at Villa Limoncello by Daisy James. She's also a new author to me. I loved this. It was a happy story. It didn't start off that way, but it gradually became that. And just the descriptions of Tuscany and everything, and the people that the main character Izzy met, it was just really, really lovely, and it just made me happy. The most beautiful book you've bought this year or received. Now you're going to wonder why I'm showing you The Bone Code by Kathy Reichs, but if I take the cover off, I just think that's stunning, and then the inside flaps. So that, I think this would probably be the one. I guess like a lot of people, I could have gone for Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Silver Flames, which is really pretty cover as well, but there's just something about this one that I really, really liked. Any book, number 13, any books you need to read by the end of the year. Yeah, ending Christmas. Simple as. So yes, I will be trying to read, any Christmas books that I want to read by the end of the year. I think I would like to try and read, things are falling on me. The second in the Seven Sisters series, The Storm Sister, I'd quite like to try and read that one. I am going to be reading The Three of Us by Ruth Jones. I'll be reading this week. I'm starting this with Rebecca, the Colourful Book Nester, one of my good friends. So that I have to read by the end of the year. I'm trying to look at you. Oh, I know. Annie Rain's Christmas on Mistletoe Lane. This is a new series, or to me anyway, so I'm going to definitely read that. A New Lease on Life by Debbie Burns. There are quite a number that are still here on my TBR shelf. So these ones here, I've still got to read some of these. I've got some of these still to read. So yeah, I have lots of books that I'd like to read before the end of the year. Whether that happens, I don't know, but that's fine. If I go through, if I get to the end of the year and I've still got books on my TBR, it'd be great. If I could have them down to, say, 5, then to carry on, that would be fine. But if I don't, no biggie. I'll just read what I want to read. But as I say, I would love to read a lot more Christmas by the end of this year. And the last question, number 14, favourite book community member. There are a number. I've been making a number of new friends, and also the ones that I already have that I cherish. So I'm going to give a shout out or say to Beth from Soul Stained Ink, Rebecca the Colourful Book Nester, Amanda from Amanda Reads. I've become really good friends with the 3 of them, and I'm forever grateful for their friendship, love and support. It's been brilliant. New people that I have made friends with would be Lizzie from Lizzie Faye Books, or Lizzie Faye Loves Books, Krista from Books and Jams. I really like also Chloe from Always Booked, and Sarah the Bookish Knitter. So there's some people that I love watching and enjoy their books, their book reviews and their vlogs, etc. I hope you've enjoyed this tag, and if you do it, please let me know down below. It would be really nice to see what you do. If you don't have a channel but you want to do the tag, please just answer the questions in the comments, and I'd really like to know what your answers would be. That's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon. Bye.